Hello everyone and welcome to Best Side Cycling. Today I'm here at my local park and it is a very typical Seattle day. It's wet, it's dark, it's a little cold, but I figured I'd go over this video to run through some of the kit that I wear, that I have on the bike that helps me sort of ride every day here. And this video is really going to be tuned towards those of you that are just sort of riding normally, commuting or e-biking. I have a different setup when I'm road cycling or gravel riding, so yeah, we'll get right into it. So one of the main things I'll say is definitely having a good rain jacket or outer layer. There's many ones to choose from, but I'd say that here you see me sport the Clever hood a lot, and I really like this anorak jacket. It's got a nice big pocket in the front, but I think the main thing for me is that it's got pretty thin layer that is really waterproof. So it's something that you can just slip on and off easily, and then with that, like sort of as the weather changes, you can just have it off, or like when you get to your destination, you don't have to be sort of wearing your wet jacket everywhere. You can just sort of layer as you need. So that's what I really like about it. Definitely support them. I do have a discount code for 15% off, so if you're interested in that, you can check that out below. But the next one I'll say that has really helped in terms of this weather is the bar mitts. So these are things that you just attach onto the handlebars. They're super easy to take on and off. It's just a couple of Velcro straps and whatnot, but they basically serve as like an outer glove for you. And this one is the one called bar mitts. There's a lot of different brands. It doesn't have to be one particular one, but it's out of neoprene and just acts as like a whole additional layer. So I usually combine this with my shower pass wool glove, which is pretty warm. And then this basically is the insulation to keep this one just definitely dry enough that no matter how hard it rains, it's really hard to soak through the combo of two of these together. So that's what I really like about it. And then it, of course, once it gets to the stages where it gets really cold here in the winter, this can add just that layer of warmth. And then from there, next, I'll definitely put it out to the rain pants. So I'm wearing a set here that might be a little hard to see. They're from Gore-Tex in particular. There's a lot of different brands that offer them. A lot of them you also can just slip on. There's the difference also between, like, I think they call like rain chaps, ones that are like just on top and just sort of sits sort of half covering your leg. But I prefer the full pants ones just because they're easy as well. So basically, whenever I'm riding, I always have these two layers, this jacket and these pants just available to go. In case it starts raining, I pop them on. Once I get somewhere, I take them off and keep going. So that's nice. The bar mitts I've just left on the bike, but as you can see here, they're super easy to take on and off. So that's an option too. Another one that I really enjoyed in this season is just using smart helmets. So this is the Unit 1's new neon helmet. And it's got a nice flashing indicator there, turn signals, but something particular about the wet that I like as a glasses user is that it has a visor. So the visor is good for wind and everything, but it's also good for rain. Makes it a lot easier to see, and then you can probably put some type of water repelling spray on there as well to help a bit. But yeah, I found this a lot easier than managing with my glasses, especially when it gets to rain quite a heavy bit amount. But visibility is key in everything else. And yeah, those are some really key pieces. I'll say the next tier is probably my shoes. I'm wearing the waterproof socks from Shower Pass as well. They are a local company in Portland that makes a lot of rain type of kit, so they're really cool to check out. But yeah, I use that in combination with some mountain bike shoes, 510s, and that I found has been a pretty good combo without going too overboard. If you want to be truly dry in the feet department, you have to go pretty intense, especially when it's really raining out there. Maybe getting whole like almost boots type of things. But also, just as a quick call out with that, I'll say that using those, I've also enjoyed making sure that my pedals have like pins in them. Just make sure that you don't slip off the pedal, because once it gets to the rainy season, I've noticed that a lot of stock pedals on some of the bikes, they get really slippery. So a potential upgrade here is definitely just to have one, whether it be metal or plastic pins, just something more secure. But talking about the bike next, this is the Wombi the Tier HSD, and they have a cool, nice couple features that really make this easy for this type of riding as well. And this is probably one of the biggest things is the fenders. So fenders are something I feel is a must if you're riding here in the Pacific Northwest. As much water as we get coming down from the sky, there's so much more of it that's just pulled on the ground, and you're just bringing that all up. So especially the front fender, it just prevents your shoes from getting completely soaked immediately and protects your drivetrain as well. People think a lot about the rear fender, but that's usually just for this, maybe just for your back and then your friends. So both of them very important, and then making sure that they actually go having a more fuller coverage, because you can get, not all fenders are equal. Some of them are a lot more narrower, a lot shorter. So as wide as you can. If you already have an existing fender, you can even upgrade it using by creating your own buddy flap. That just sort of extends it just that much more. But and then the last thing I call out about this bike in particular is the belt drive. So belt drive is a more modern thing, but I think it's something that's super neat because it just requires zero maintenance. It's sort of a super quiet ride, all you can go. And then you don't have to worry about the dirt or grime that builds up, and then it's a lot less maintenance that way. I'd say the main downside with the belt drive is usually the fact that you have to use a hub, and then it's a little different. And I think the net effect of that, usually it might not be the most efficient drivetrain in comparison, but I think on an e-bike it's the perfect situation because you have the ample power, and having the hub, it means everything is also contained in there maintenance wise. It just makes it for a really smooth and easy experience if you're just riding day in, day out. So yeah, I'd say those are basically the main pieces of kit that I rely on to ride day to day here in Seattle. Let me know your thoughts or your questions. I actually have discount codes on most of the items I mentioned down below, so if you're interested and want to check those out, please do so. And with that, happy to cover more, so I'll see you all in the next video.